Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me when I tell you and tell them like it is. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. I just went through a few updates. In fact, my OBS updated and then got rid of all of my plugins. So I had to work on those, and I had to redo all of the platforms with the STMP number and all that other stuff. It looks like everything is working, but who knows? I never know. So you guys got to let me know if you can see me. I can tell that you can see me, but I can't tell if you can hear me. All right. Salty Matt Jamison says 5x5 over here on Odysee. Thank goodness. I'm actually having a little bit of trouble getting back on Rumble too. But it looks like I'm back on Rumble. Yay, Gargle Snot, ahoy. I guess you can see me and hear me. All right. And I'm over here on pill.net. So tonight we are on Odysee, YouTube. Not that it's doing me any good. YouTube is not doing me any good at all. I'm thinking about giving it up so that I can have some more bandwidth for the rest of you guys. Depends on, we'll see. You never know. You never know. Super Trucker, shots. Rumble is 5x5 as well. Good. And Cy over there on pill.net. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. Welcome, and thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. I'm your hostess, DGddss, or for short, LDG. I love that monogram. Thank you for clicking on my acre again. I hope everybody had a great week. It's been a week since last time I was online with you guys. Today is Pi Day, 3/14/24. Pi Day, though. I am primed up for the Drunken Rocky. Okay. Is that what I get you guys primed up for? Limited access. Welcome over there on Rumble. Hour 4 cents. Welcome. I'm on pill.net. We got Cyborg over there. We got Ebtide over there. Pilled promos. Thank you so much. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. Then we got Salty Matt Jameson. We got Super Trucker and Ebtide and Psy over here on Odysee. Yes, the crazy woman with the crazy hair. All right. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Goody. Everything's working after I worked on it yesterday. Like I say, I was trying to find something to I was trying to find something that was easy, cheap, and non-obtrusive to give myself a few vocal effects. And for some reason or another, OBS decided to update and got rid of all my plugins. So I had to go search for the updated plugins, and I had to put them all back in there. Then I had to set everything up. Old Salty Dog over there on Pilled. Yeah, actually, I was going to mention that limited access. Haven't seen Hallie on YouTube lately. She hasn't been on. She's either been busy or maybe she's trying to pack up and get herself out of the city there. I don't know. Of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to her. Hopefully she is all right, because the last time she called us, she let us know that she had been mugged. And, yeah, I can imagine that that's a pretty scary situation. In fact, I don't like to admit this, but the older I get, the more I want to stay home, because I don't want to deal with these people. They have no qualms, no respect, and they don't have any problems just waylaying people, hurting them, you know, for no reason, for fun. This is fun to them. So what can I tell you? Free the bandwidth and SSPI and Pastor Chatelet as well. Is Pastor Chatelet banned from somewhere? That looks like him. Right there he is. He just showed up. And of course, if Pastor Chatelet's here, that means the pond is here. Welcome everyone to the show. Appreciate y'all being here. I know that there's millions of folks that you could hang out with tonight, and y'all chose little old me, and it couldn't be more appreciative. And of course, if you're over there at the pond, make sure you hit one of the other platforms, or the one on Odysee, to give me your numbers, and at least hit my fire button and my thumbs up and all of that good stuff like that there. And you know, share. A lot of drummers call cymbals pies. That's my favorite pie. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can't eat it, but I'm banned in salty chat, but I'm okay with that. Really? Weren't you a mod? All right. Well, anyway, he's my main moderator. Don't mess with him, okay? He's my main moderator. He takes care of business. No respect until they get shot. Yeah, well, I was going to say, then it's too late, ain't it? In most cases. I got to say one thing. That one guy that is still alive, but he got paralyzed from, like, the waist down or whatever it is, sounds to me like he sure changed his tune after they took care of his ass. He even admitted that he was in the wrong from it and everything like that. So yeah, it's amazing what a little bit of dose of lead can do. All right, plugs. First, can anyone update me on Tweak? How is he doing? He's another one that needs to be freed. If he still has a GoFundMe or whatever it is, make sure that you drop over. It's probably over there on the TV, the pureblood.tv. I'll show that in a minute. He can go back to playing with turtle heads. Master Splinter. What are you talking about? Okay. Johnny Engineer, welcome to the show. I do appreciate you being here. They made a table out of an old Nazi plane. That's pretty ingenuitive. All right. Okay. More plugs. 451 Actual and Kevin's Chaotic Coffee. Don't forget to be there tomorrow for the Friendly Friday Frog Friends and all of that other stuff. Toasty! Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Salty Old Fart. Good evening. Appreciate you being here as well. And of course, 451 Actual Show is actually almost exclusively on Pilled and Foxhole.net. That's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays starting at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern. All right. Red Dawn Radio, or as I like to call him, Tyrone. The Drunken Rocky, which is right on right after my show. Raynoth, DJ Bass, Magical Trevor, who went viral. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he works for, why can't I ever remember the name of that freaking place that does all the memes? Zoot Cooter, welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here over here on YouTube. And of course, we love our lurkers. It doesn't matter if you lurk, whatever like that. If you're going to lurk, at least share me out, X me out, whatever your social media feeds are, whatever like that. And of course, we got Rougarou, Not Me B, and Town with the Pure Blood Media website, purebloodmedia.group. Actually, it's community.pureblood.tv. This is where you can discover all of the Pure Blood. This is a guide, an interactive guide to where you can discover and check out when your favorite streamers are on, or check out and learn from, or find your new favorites and everything like that. Movies America. Oh, okay. I see that we've added the gentlemen that have been on 451 Actual's show. Movies America. We also got Wood Geeks Workshop. He's new. Like I say, you got everything from arts and crafts now to predator hunting and beyond. Sermons, fun stuff, songs, music, all kinds of stuff. In fact, I'm hoping to add to the music part of it very soon. Hopefully. I'm working on it here. All right. And of course, you guys know how to support my channel. You got my to-do site here where I make goodies and toys. In fact, here's my latest creation. Somebody said she looks like Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees. My little goth doll complete with day-glow hair with a weird haircut, and fishnet stockings and boots. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I went all out on her. In fact, the yarn that they're selling now with this black and day glow stripes and whatever like that, it's, believe it or not, it's ugly, but it's very popular. And for some reason or another, it gave me the idea to make a little goth dolly. She's my latest. I've got a new pad, and I can't seem to sign on to T-Do from the pad, so I'm still waiting on them to fix that. Darn it, I always knock that over. My sign is a rebel. Stay. It listened. All right. And of course, I got Ko-Fi, Cash App, Audi, Rumble. All of my links are below, so click on some of them for you. And of course, the fun stuff over there on Pilled as well. Every little bit helps. And it'll keep me online, keeps the show going, because I'm completely and utterly, I'm completely supported by yous guys. So I appreciate that. I've even got a P.O. box if you want to send me something old school. There's a little thingy down here below me that you can scan for my Cash App, yada, yada, yada. In fact, that's the way you can actually get in touch with me through my email that's going on there. If you want something, I can tell you. Like if you want something from my shop and they don't offer any, right now it doesn't offer anything but Stripe and PayPal on the shop if you want to go to the shop. If not, if you don't want to pay through them, just email me and I'll send you a link with you, because Cy paid me through what is the other one? Ko-Fi, which actually comes highly recommended by Pastor Chatelet. All right. Share, click the like, fire, thumbs, etc., share. Let's keep this freedom of speech trend going, because from what I can see, we are winning. But we can't be complacent, and like I'm going to show you tonight, this is no time to shut up. Besides, no matter what happens, if Christ is with us, we've already won. But that doesn't mean we need to shut up about it. About that either. Okay. All right. First thing I'm going to do, we didn't get to last Friday. My sons dropped their latest EP, and we only got to 3 of the songs, so I decided that I was going to go ahead and premiere the other 2 songs tonight. So if you guys want to crank it up, my son's head spill. Both of our sons are in head spill. The name of the EP was called Fall of Man. We did Defeated, Fall of Man, and Nameless, which actually that was almost a 6.5 minute song, and it literally didn't feel like it was that long. So if that's okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to the other 2 songs. It'll only be about 10 minutes. We'll talk about it and everything like that. So crank it up and listen to my son's next 2 songs that we didn't get a chance to do last Friday. I've been wanting to do this too. I was going to do a live show, but we'd already gone over some of them. And then I had to go take care of something else. So, without further ado, head spill. Some metal for you guys. Some new metal for you guys from my sons on head spill. This is called Pressing Further. Enjoy. Hey, Skeletor.
As the world starts to crumble, overburdened
All right, obviously a ballad. Next one up is Rust. Well, all right. That was the latest and the greatest from my sons, our sons in Headspill, lead guitar and lead vocalist and rhythm guitar, if you can consider that rhythm. They both pretty much grind pretty good on there. So yes, that's Headspill. Played that to you from Spotify, but they are streaming everywhere with their new EP, and those are the two songs that didn't get covered last Friday when this dropped, when 451 Actual covered some of them. Maybe I'll get him to do those other two tomorrow. Let's see if I get up early enough to even be on the show tomorrow. All right. Once again, make sure to share this everywhere, and of course they would appreciate it if you would share their music as well. That's, like I say, that's on Spotify. The name of the band is Headspill, all one word. Appreciate that. Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend. Yes, this is my son's band, Headspill. Judas, welcome, 69er. Rock Candy. I'm making sure I'm not missing anybody. I saw Zom on there. Welcome to the show. Appreciate that. Sparky the Wilder. Screwdrivers, drills now permitted on Boeing flights to allow passengers to help with maintenance. Yeah. All right. The Woodsman over there on Odysee. All right. Lizzie Longtoes on Odysee as well, or on Rumble. Salty Zipper Tits. Welcome to the show. And of course, Drunken Rocky, he's all over the place, man. Thank you, Cy, for the can over there on Pilled. Appreciate that.
Hey, look, green paper.
Green paper!
Thank you so much. That's how you do it. That's how you support my channel. Appreciate that. So I hope you guys liked that, enjoyed that, and we'll go and check out their music and help them out. Now, I don't know when the next time they're going to be live is, but they usually play at a little place called Twist of Lime in Metairie, Louisiana. If you'd like them to come to one of your things or book them for something or whatever like that, I don't know how they would travel or anything like that. If it's in Texas, it probably wouldn't be a problem because we can keep them here, you know. But so yeah, hit them up and like I say, if nothing else, share the show and share them. Let's get more people out there rocking and freedom of speech, of course. That's the whole thing. Because a lot of the indie stuff, they want to close that down. They just want to build the music up around us, and so that they have it's like they want us in some kind of lockstep or something. And of course, everybody's complaining about DM. I'm not even going to talk about him because he doesn't deserve this much attention. Every time he does something, everybody's always fucking talking about him. And the thing is you hate him so much. Why? Why do you make him so famous? You guys knew who I'm talking about. Couple of bucks in the guitar case for the band. Appreciate that, Cy. All right. Okay, going to open the phone lines right now. Hopefully this will work. Let me make sure everything's working. Like I say, my OBS decided to update itself, so it took me hours to fix it back up the way it was before because it deleted all my plugins. It looks like we are good using the proper settings for the microphone and the speakers. All right, phone lines are open. So, and of course, I do have a question of the day. Did you see we got a promotion from our president, Laura Friend? No, I sure didn't. We got a promotion. Thank you for the donation over there, Pastor Sadley. You get one of these too. Hang on. Here it is.
Hey, look, green paper.
Green paper!
Thank you. Over there on Odysee. Let me pull this up real quick. This isn't a joke or something, is it? Big Man Tyrone gives Pastor Sadley a promotion. This is on Rumble.
Congratulations on finally getting the recognition you deserve from those comic cocks at the SPLC. In fact, I'm giving you a promotion from Minces to Super Duper Minces.
I like this guy.
Oh, I almost forgot. Tell Reverend Rat to watch his punk ass, or we will launch a full-scale invasion. Big one, Tyrone, out.
Oh, I thought he was going to do his raid. Yeah, I like that guy. He's pretty cool. All right, question of the day, since I've got the phone lines open now, just to get the ball rolling, since we're still waiting on this. A lot of people expected it actually to happen today, but it isn't. Do you think that Funny, Miss Country Club Champagne Funny, will get taken off the RICO case that she's brought against Trump and his 18 associates? Excuse me. Benny Johnson actually said this morning while he was speaking with some of his legal friends that since this judge actually took so long to make a decision about this, which we're still waiting for, supposedly supposed to happen tomorrow. They hoped it happened today, but I think they were just looking for something to happen today because nothing really happened today, believe it or not. Well, one thing did. Anyway, since it's more than likely that this judge is actually going to disqualify her, according to some of the experts that are talking online right now about that. This judge has also dismissed 6 out of the 13 charges that have been brought against Trump and his associates. So again, we don't know. It's kind of like a neck and neck race in a way because we don't really know. But this guy, in a way, to me, just from his own body, now I'm talking about the judge, from his own body language, from the body language that I noticed and everything like that, I kind of think that's going to be a real tight squeeze. Plus also, too, there's somebody running, there's right now, election season, there's somebody running against her and him right now, both. $4.99 a minute. No, don't tell him that because nobody will call. It don't cost you nothing to call me unless you insult me. Then I might make you feel about this law. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, since there's somebody running against her and the judge both at this time, I kind of think it's going to be a really, really tight squeeze. He's going to say, oh yeah, she did all of this stuff, but I can't take her off. He's going to let Fannie continue this RICO case. Now, I think he might get rid of her beau because he's really not qualified to be working on this case. But also, I think Fannie, like I say, if she has anything at all to do with it at all, I think Fannie just wants him out of the picture and gone at this point. Sergeant Tripod, welcome to the show. Greetings to you. So, again, question of the day. What are your thoughts? Do you think Fannie Willis will be dumped off of this RICO case that she's brought up for President Trump? Because it should have never been brought in the first place. All these people that are doing this are just doing this to tamper with the election. They are so scared. What are they scared of? We've heard all kinds of things. I'm going to go over a few things that have happened over the last week. It seems like, cool stuff happens on Thursdays, like 1 or 2 things that I can, scoop, and then the rest of the week it's like, oh, I want to talk about that. Oh, I want to talk about that. It's hard to do a whole show about the entire week, so I got to pick and choose. Russian Bot, welcome. Let's see. Hundreds of smiggers are waiting for your motherfucking call, yeah. Just me. I'm the only one answering the phone. All right. Pond is now super duper meanses. Really? Okay, whatever. If you say so. All right, the first person I want to rant about today, and I usually rant about this person. All right, somebody called me instead. Greetings, you're on the air.
Laura,
That's me.
was calling in about Fannie Willis. I had to put in my 2 cents.
Okay.
I'm hoping we deport her to Haiti so that Haitians can eat her.
Okay.
Barbecue is
Actually,
hungry.
you'd have to send her to the barbecue dude.
The barbecue's hungry.
Yeah,
He's got-
you'd have
got a
to
bottle
send
of
because
Sweet Baby Ray's and nothing to do.
yeah, I don't think that they actually are doing that per se. I've heard some stories, but from
can
what it
always
sounds
encourage it.
like, this guy's doing that just to scare the piss out of people. Mr. Barbecue. Guy Ferrari
president.
approves. Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if he does. Usually, actually, I don't think he uses Baby Rays. They said he just pulls the leg up out of the fire or something like that. But yeah, he burns them and then chews them up and swallows them.
Yeah, they need garlic. Maybe some butter.
Garlic and butter. I'd rather that's lobster. That's lobster.
Garlic and butter make everything better.
So do you think she'll be kicked off, or do you think they'll let her keep it?
I think Biden will step in and do what they normally do, protect their own. Politicians never get in trouble.
That's true. Well, unless they're on our side. Look at what they did to Santos, and they didn't even give him any.
Nixon, take your pick.
Yeah.
Although Nixon, we did screw up a little bit. The plumbers in the middle of the night at the Westgate Hotel, Watergate.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean they crucify everybody when they do something just minor. They've shown no signs of stopping their political motivations.
Well, hell, they don't even have to do anything minor. How many indictments have they absolutely just made up for Trump?
You're gonna fall, dummy. Get back on there. Maine Coons, they have no sense.
Oh, your cat. They sure are purty, though. Big purty kitties.
They're crazy. Yeah. I would love to see them drag Frog Marcher out and hang her on the courthouse steps. I don't even think she'll see jail time. They may disbar her like Hillary, but she'll end up getting a pundit spot on some television show for, $20-30 million and make more money than she's making now and still have connections.
Oh, of course.
That's the problem with politicians, all of them.
Well, they're claiming that she got in there pretty shadily as well. She supposedly got elected pretty shadily as well. Plus, also too, one of our congressmen or senators are actually getting ready to claim her for contempt of court because she refuses to send any of the information that they're asking for, money wise or whatever. Hello, Mikey Baseball. Welcome.
Well, the trips alone to how many foreign countries should be enough to disbar her throwing out of office.
Yeah, well, they've got her
Because that's-
lying about actually even going to the White House too. I mean, she literally had to sign in. It's in the Secret Service logs and everything like that. They've even released it, and she got
They
up
got
there on
something
stage
on
and
her
just
all
said,
sudden.
"Nope, I've never been to the White House," which is just if you lie about something like that, then no telling what she's
They
keeping
got her
from us.
also on talking to the Biden's DA.
Right.
I think that's what they're trying to hammer on right now.
Well, contempt of court, like I say, I think it's, God, why can't I got this guy's face in my head, but he's actually subpoenaed her for some of the monetary information or whatever like that, and she is like a day, like 9 hours now of being in contempt of court or something like that. So, yeah, they're going after her. I hope they don't back down. That's all I can say, because that's what ends up happening. We wag our fingers at them and then go, oh, well, okay, whatever. And then that's how we're...
I'm not going to get my hopes up. It's like when Biden was, Hunter was in contempt of Congress. Let you and I do that and see what happens. We'd be sitting with the J6 prisoners getting tortured.
Right?
Oh, did I say that out loud? Shoot.
No, that's what this show is all about,
DC.
man. Don't hold back.
I got to hold back a little bit. My language is awful. Just ask Bobby Digital. Oh, shoot. I'll let you go, Laura.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, have a good one, hon.
Have a great night. God bless.
God bless you too, hon.
Good night. All right, shout out to the caller. All right, I've complained about this person before, and of course, like I say, the phone lines are always open, so go right ahead. I've seen this once, but I'm going to react to it. This is another situation to me where, well, like I say, they're coming out with absolutely every little bit and piece of bad thing they possibly can come out with to try and turn people against Trump, which it's not working. It's the same shit that they did right before 2016 and 2020 for that matter. They just happened to pull out somebody. Most of the people that voted for Biden actually supposedly voted for him because A, they didn't want Trump, but at the same time, he had been in office for so long, and being vice president for 8 years, he had to have more experience than Trump ever did with this. The only thing is that nobody ever thought that he was the crook that he is. So, all right. So I'm going to talk about, they've pulled out good old Robert De Niro again. Someone who, again, has zero business judging anyone else. But let's see what he's got to say over here on Bill Maher. They're sitting here crossing each other's swords with their TDS. But yeah, let's come out with an actor expert.
The bottom line is, it's Biden versus Trump. We want to live in a world that we want to live in and enjoy living in.
Who is this we shit? Why are you talking for everyone else? This is the first thing that really bothers me about. We want this and we want that. Like, we're automatically in agreement with these assholes. Okay?
Or live in a nightmare, vote for Trump and you'll get the nightmare.
Really? Vote for Trump and you'll get the nightmare. To be honest with you, I'm living a nightmare right now just listening to your stupid ass. But go on.
Vote for Biden and we'll be back to normalcy.
Back to normalcy. This asshole's been in office for 3 years and we're going back to normalcy if we put him back in office? Again, nobody's listening to these idiots anymore. And this is why. And look at the smug look on his face. I know everything. That's why he talks like we this and we that. No, you this and you that. There ain't no we here. Unless you got a mouse in your pocket or something. Let's go on.
So why is Trump winning? I mean, the New York Times poll this week came out, and maybe this will change it with the State of the Union address, but Trump was beating him rather soundly. It was quite a warning light, 48 to 43, also winning way more among women.
This guy can't figure it out. He's been... This is the asshole that wished for the depression that we are in right now. Oh, if you want to get rid of Trump, I know it's going to hurt people, but I am willing to take that chance for you folks. It's like, who the hell are you? And then when he was fixing to win in 2020, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. He didn't get his wish, or he didn't think he was going to get his wish. But this is, I was going to say, a lot of people have been talking about him lately too. And this right here, for a college graduate, he's one of the least informed people on the planet. And he'll tell you, oh, I went to Cornell. Well, it was like he wasted it. He wasted an education. Oh, I was going to be he admitted to Jordan Peterson, oh, I was going to be a comedian anyway, so I just went through college like la-di-da. And that's an Ivy League school. So, really? Another smug multimillionaire delusional Hollywood actor trying to command the plebes. Yeah, that's right, Cy. If we didn't have similarities, it wouldn't be here. Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other. All right. All right, we'll go on, because he's got more to say, and so do I.
Than he had before, winning outright Latinos. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the way I did, and many of us don't, after the election in 2016.
He just doesn't want to feel the way he did. Oh my God, he was such a victim of that. Oh, holy shit. We've got to lift him up. Let's start throwing our underwear and bras at him for some reason. He's so put upon. Trump is so bad. He didn't want to feel the way he felt. I get the feeling he felt jealous. This is another jealous asshole that's jealous and hates Trump because Trump is more famous than he is. Trump has more money than he does. Trump, and actually this guy now, he's been such a great movie star and all this other stuff, and he thought he was the best after he did Taxi Driver and all these others. He's done some real bad flops. In fact, after his second or third divorce, his wife took him for everything, so he had to take just about any and every movie he could to pay for it, evidently. Like I say, this person has no high grounds, but the way he felt, I think he felt jealous. He's like, I can't believe this game show host got the presidency. People just, and of course he's come, somebody mentioned that, oh, at least he didn't come down on his followers. Yeah, he did. He didn't come down and tell them that, oh, they're all assholes or they're all idiots or anything like that. But by this sentiment here, oh, I can't believe these people love him. I just don't want to feel the way I did in 2016. Like this actually had any effect on you whatsoever. You rich asshole. Go on.
Where we couldn't believe that it happened. The guy is a total monster.
A total monster, huh? Well, he would know about that, wouldn't he? Didn't you play Frankenstein's monster? Not to mention the fact that, again, this is a judgment. He's passing judgment on someone that he's jealous of. He's a monster. And they bring in these people out now to try everything, because they've tried everything else. The lawsuits aren't working. All the other bullshit that they're talking about, they try to stop him and all this other stuff and everything like that. And he told them, because, you hear them all speculate, oh, he's going to be a dictator. In fact, listen, he even threatens Mar with this.
And anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to fuck with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a...
My grandma always said, takes one to know one. I guarantee you this man has it in for Trump because he either didn't get a good deal with him, Trump refused him something, and again, I think he's jealous. This man is now having to audition for movies. He's been having to audition for movies and stuff like that. And he was having to do that at the peak of when Trump was being asked to be in movies. Everybody in the world asked him to be in a show or a movie. He was on Will Smith's show. He was in the Home Alones and all that other stuff and everything like that. And De Niro has always had to audition. That's got to be an ego crasher for somebody like him. But it's because of the, why though? I think it's because of the fact that people like him take themselves too seriously. He wants to be your God. He wants to be your leader. And people want some fun. You can't be grumpy all the time. I can't imagine these people that are always so damn miserable and then later in life they can't figure out, well, nobody wants to be by them. Nobody wants to be sad all the fucking time. I'm not saying that he's the best person in the world, but at least he's funny, he's got a sense of humor, and he doesn't take himself so seriously that you get finger wagging every time you say something or do something like these idiots do. All right, go on.
A mean, nasty, hateful person.
He's a mean, nasty, hateful person. Only to you. Because this is what you're doing to him. I've noticed that Trump is one of those type of people that if you don't come after him, he doesn't care. He don't care. But you start with this. In fact, actually, to be honest with you, from this kind of stuff that I've seen, if these two people weren't actual celebs or whatever like that, for this, Trump could sue him. Called him a monster, he's mean, he's hateful, and all this other stuff. You could sue him for defamation, Trump. And maybe you should kick this asshole in the ass once in a while. This is another thing. These people are never told no. They think everything they say and everything they do is right and righteous. And it ain't. It ain't. In fact, it's so unrighteous that you're having to speak into your bubble here to someone that totally agrees with you. I haven't seen you on any other shows doing this yet, except for the shows that agree with you. Like he was on CNN in 2016 with all of this. Makes me wonder if him and Meathead don't have some kind of a relationship. All right, go on, asshole.
I never play him as an actor.
That's because you can't. Nobody would believe you if you did. Not to mention the fact that he probably wouldn't agree to that anyway. You'd have to get a release from him, and he'd probably tell you to go, you know what?
Because I can't see any good in him.
Yeah, see? Another judgment call. Who are you? Who are you to be judging anybody's good and evil? For any reason. Who is this person? He's not even that great of an actor anymore. He's done a few good things, but most of his shit has been flops. Not to mention the fact he's a very short-statured man. I've seen pictures of him in platform shoes about this tall, trying to be taller than Pesci of all people. That's hilarious. Because Pesci ain't that tall either. In Taxi Driver, De Niro played a pedophile can driver that wanted to screw an underage prostitute. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I say he's a decent actor, but that's all he is. He pretends for a living. You don't have the moral high ground here. In fact, I guarantee you. In fact, this is one of the things that Cat Williams brought out about these people from Hollywood. Their biggest job, after they've sold their souls to these companies or Baphomet or whatever it is that they do with all of their little clubs and everything that they do in Hollywood, especially, he says, is to act like it never happened. Hence, you get this kind of crap. Go on.
Nothing at all. Nothing redeemable in him.
And as if, he says this as if Trump or anybody else cares what he thinks or what he can find in him. I bet you he's like, he's never talked to him, he's never wanted to get to know him or anything like that, but he can't see anything good in him. You don't know the man. You've never spoken to him. You've never even met him. And if you have, he probably told you to go fuck yourself. This is why you're so mad at him. This is the same thing as like when he was with Eminem. Eminem, oh, I can't believe everybody thinks this millionaire is going to relate to them and all this shit. You sound jealous. You sound jealous. The man that you're talking about is way more famous than you, way richer than you, has never had to audition for a movie part. You're jealous. You're a jealous dick. You're a jealous dick.
And we have to, and whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and they look like intelligent people around there. For some reason,
Backhanded compliment.
It can't be. It cannot be.
Why? Because you said so? Don't you love it? Oh, you guys, I don't understand why you would do this and everything like that, but I'm not going to allow you to. Well, guess what, De Niro? DeZero.
If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore.
Yeah, see, he just threatened Bill Maher. Now, we had 4 years of Trump. And they're saying, oh, he's gonna be a dictator. He's gonna take all of these journalists out. He's gonna make sure that we don't have jobs anymore and all. And actually, you haven't needed Trump's help for any of this. In fact, I hear that there's another strike coming up in Hollywood now with regards to, I think it's the set makers and the designers and the people, the background people, the people that build all of the sets and the background and all that other stuff and everything. They're getting ready to have a ginormous strike, which will actually close production on a lot of these shows again. These people don't need Trump's help to be out of touch and all this other stuff. They're just blaming him for it because all they can do is wag their fingers at their audience with all this woke crap and then tell them, oh, we made this wonderful movie and it's your fault that you don't like it. Okay, I'll buy that. I'm still keeping my money. I shared a practice studio with FJA, Jodie Foster's Army. They named their band after Jodie Foster in Taxi Driver. Though at the time they called their band Asses of Evil, Killer Band. That sounds pretty cool, Cyborg. Oh, listen, oh, look at this. Sorry about that. Invite them over here, so want to make sure you guys know they're here as well. De Niro is a shill, a very bad shill. Yeah, as I say, he's a what do they call it? Has-been. He's getting to the point of being a has-been. And this just try to keep him relevant. In fact, you saw the movie title underneath there of what he was talking about. This new movie that supposedly did real well, but I didn't see anything come of the Oscars. Maybe it's next year. But yeah, keep going.
Come looking for me.
Yeah, he's gonna come looking for you, De Niro. He really gives a fuck about you, man. In fact, like I said before, I don't think your name ever came out of his mouth until you started opening yours again about him. Again, he's a has-been. He's trying to stay relevant. And why is it people like him aren't relevant anymore? Because the internet. Anybody can be famous anymore. That's another thing. These people are so jealous. De Niro doesn't know how to market himself. He's got all kinds of people that take all of his money to do that for him. And he still looks bad. He goes on to these shows like this and he still looks bad. So, Salty Mag, welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm trying to keep up with everybody over here. For some reason, my live chat on Rumble didn't move. I had to scroll down. He's scared to death of Trump because he's on Epstein's client list. And Trump has the whole list. That's where they were looking for when they raided Mar-a-Lago. Oh, you think so? Trump is a bit moderate for my taste. I want a true MAGA tyrant. Salty zipper tits. Well, I was going to say, he's only one man, you know. He can't do everything. Plus, also, too, like I say, there's the checks and balances, which actually Biden has gone against both with this school loan thing and everything like that. Both Congress and the Supreme Court told him no. And guess what? I'll do it anyway. So, all right, De Niro. Come on, De Zero. What you got to say?
There'll be things that happen that none of us could imagine.
Really? Like what? See, he gives you this vague, oh, you need to be scared shitless no matter what happens. There's going to be all kinds of things happening. He's telling the future now. Actually, there's going to be all kinds of things happening, like people like him will be obsolete. Nobody's listening to you now. All right? But yeah, you can see on his face, he's got this paranoid, delusional, and Jimmy Dore actually went over this little snippet too the other day, and he said, he is Trump. He is the other side's Trump. He basically is projecting. The reason why, and of course we discussed this before too, the reason why people hate other people is because of the fact that they see something in that person that they hate about themselves. Because there really is no such thing as hate. And it's not the opposite of love. In fact, I would venture to say that this guy right here would love to have Trump's space. Love to have Trump's money. Love to have Trump's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, right now his wife is suing him for almost everything he's got. He's going through another divorce. His kids are mad at him too, from what I read. So yeah, this guy is jealous. These people are jealous.
That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says.
In that kind of a dictatorship. What kind of a dictatorship? You mean the one like Zelensky has right now? You mean the one like Putin has right now? 4 years of Trump, and all of a sudden he's gonna do all of this stuff. They're afraid he's gonna stay in office too. This is his last run in office. If that was gonna be the case, he'd still be there now. We would be a dictatorship. This guy wouldn't have been able to repeat this twice if this was the case. So no.
Let's believe him. Take him at his word.
I did from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I said from the very beginning, this guy is never going to concede power, and he still hasn't.
Bullshit! Where is he now? How long has he been in office? How long has he not been in office? He still hasn't conceded power. All right, Trump derangement for these guys. All right, you get an idea now of like I say, they're scared. They're scared. Both of them are scared to death now over absolutely nothing. In fact, you guys are probably the absolute last thing on Trump's mind right now as it is. I just absolutely the last thing on Trump's mind is you guys. So, Salty Zipper Tit says Trump 2024 or 1776 versus version 2.0. Don Jr. 2028. Trump is coming and hell is coming with him. Yeah. All right. Then you got. They're so scared that now they're even bringing out the bimbo explosion expert. And we all know that that's Stephanopoulos. I pulled up Megyn Kelly's version of this on this because of the fact that she said it best. She had a lot of the best phrases, and of course she remembered the history. I knew that there was something about Stephanopoulos, but not until I listened to Megyn Kelly did I remember what it was. And he was Clinton's press secretary, but before that he was also Clinton's he was the one that was paving the way for Clinton's way to the presidency at the time, with the help, of course, of Hillary. Campaign manager. I still think I had a stroke the other day. CNN is making fools out of them. Yeah, well, like I say, again, they didn't need any help with that. These people have been drooling about this since 2015. And they still can't seem to... As I say, Trump proved himself in his 4 years of being president, and we've now had 3 years of Biden, and he's proven himself in this last 3 years, too. In fact, I still can't believe anybody wanted to, vote for him in the first place. Even in 2020, the man couldn't hold a conversation... or have or come out with anything coherent or not racist. In fact, I'm glad to hear a lot of people are repeating that "you ain't black" line. That a lot of them didn't hear it until just a couple of months ago. So, all right, Megan, show us the way, darling.
The lifelong Democrat took to his Sunday show yesterday and decided to really press Republican and Trump endorser Nancy Mace on how on earth she can support a guy who's been found liable of sexual assault, especially when, as he pointed out to Mace, she is a rape survivor. It's such an opportunity when you can use a woman's rape against her. Watch.
Our next guest is South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, a Donald Trump supporter who gave candid and courageous testimony about her own experience as a rape victim weeks before launching her run for Congress in 2019.
From some of us who've been raped, it can take 25 years to get up the courage and talk about being a victim of rape.
How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
It's a shame that you will never feel, George, and I'm not going to sit here on your...
Yeah, so he brings up and shows her the video of when she finally came out with this, and then how could you after Trump's indictments? And tries to shame her with her own, victim shame her basically. And of course, this guy's famous for this. This is the kind of stuff that he's always done to women, even back in the 90s during the Clinton administration. Listen to this.
Show and be asked a question meant to shame me about another potential rape victim.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury.
Now, That's a lie. He's not liable for rape. He was liable supposedly for sexual assault, but he actually had to pay her money because he defamed her actually after she accused him and brought him to jail. But yeah, he's going to spin it to where she's the bad guy, he's the bad guy. And it wasn't a criminal case. It was civil and punitive. And they proved absolutely nothing. In fact, the jury even said, there's no proof. We can't prove that he raped her.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two, I live with shame. And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me as a rape victim, and I find it disgusting.
I'm not trying to shame you.
You are.
I'm just asking.
And I find it offensive, and this is why women won't come forward.
Women won't come forward because they're defamed by those who perpetrate rape. I'm asking you a very simple
people like
question.
you.
And I answered it.
With his little war room. Remember his little war room? Him and that other lawyer that they all listen to now. That's a Louisiana fan or whatever it is.
You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
It was not a criminal
because
court.
he wasn't
And
found
by the way,
liable for rape.
She joked about the judgment and what
Mr.
she was going to do with
Tizo.
all that money, and I find that offensive.
How is the question asking you about a presidential candidate who's
You're
been
asking a rape victim.
And
you're
you
questioning my
courageously
political
talked
choices
about
because I've been raped. I think that's disgusting.
No, I'm questioning your political choices because you're
shaming
supporting
me. You're trying
someone
to
who's been
shame
found
me.
liable for rape.
Exactly
You're not
what
answering the
doing.
question.
I think it's disgusting.
She shouldn't have to answer that question. First of all, that's none of your business. And you're right. But he's perfect for this. He's perfect for this. And Megan's going to show you how.
Well, you're welcome to say that, but you have to answer the question.
If you want to defend a woman who made a mockery out of rape, then you go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do that.
Well, actually, what you're doing is defending a man who's been found liable for rape. I don't understand how you can do that. The judge affirmed that it was, in fact, rape. Donald Trump was found to...
Yeah, the Washington Compost, another lie. Judge clarifies, yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll. That never happened. But again, what can you expect from the Washington Compost?
...who committed rape. That's just a fact. We'll let the viewers decide about that.
That's just a fact.
Let's talk about January 6th.
What a kind, sensitive man who clearly cares deeply about women and their sexual assault allegations. Thanks for being an ally, George. I see how concerned you are that victims might not come forward if they are publicly attacked by their rapist or his defenders. To be sure, that is a very real concern. It happens all the time, which you know, because you invented it. Remember? When you created a whole command center designed to smear Bill Clinton's sexual assault and rape accusers so you could elevate him right into the presidency. The attorney representing many of Bill's accusers, and there were many, George, Juanita Broderick, Kathleen Willey, Paula Jones, Jennifer Flowers, to name just a few, said you and James Carville, at Hillary Clinton's direction, formed a so-called war room, whose purpose was, quote, to destroy any woman that would challenge Bill Clinton. You know the war room. They made a whole movie about it.
George Stephanopoulos. I'm Director of Communications. Bush was on the defensive. Another good night for Bill Clinton. 3 debates, 3 wins. I guarantee you that if you do this, you'll never work in Democratic politics again.
Such a tough guy. This attorney points out that you don't like to talk about this particular behavior, George. Maybe that's why you skipped it in your discussion with Nancy Mace. But as you know, private detectives were hired. The women say they were threatened, and they were publicly shamed by you and your well-funded team. Did you worry then that this behavior might shame victims from coming forward? You admitted in your...
No, in fact, that was his mantra. But again, this is another thing that's showing me that they are scared to death. Because again, nobody believes this. I don't care what the judge says. I don't care what those jury people say. We know what's been going on. We've heard her side of things. She's totally made a joke out of it on top of everything else, which tells me that she could care less about any other women being assaulted or anything like that. And again, if it was that serious, in her case, why wouldn't she be crying about it? Why wouldn't she be upset about it? She's just money, 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 and this is what I'm going to do with it. Even though he never even touched me with his tongue, much less anything else, or his fingers, or anything. He didn't even know the woman. All right? I way more believe him than I do her. Because she just came up all of a sudden. Not to mention all of the special shit that they did for her to be able to even claim this and take it to court to begin with. Because what happened? It was, 30 some odd years ago? Statute of limitations? No way to prove it? So, another witch hunt. Another witch hunt. But, again, so scared. They're coming up with this kind of stuff and literally hurting people in the meantime. Shaming them. Now, this woman should have no shame. She was, if a woman gets raped, she needs to be told, look, this is not your fault. I can't believe she had to live with that for 25 years without somebody telling her, look. And now they're trying to use it against her now. So, unacceptable. But this shows you just how scared they are. They're scaredy cats. And like I say, these are, if you listen to all these, they're all the establishment people. They're all screeching. They're all screeching. He knows I'd say it to his face. Haha. What are you guys talking about? Yvonne's been waiting for Greta Thunberg to come of age. Well, she's been of age for a couple of years now. What's he waiting for that for? Please don't tell me. I don't think I want to know. I can't imagine anybody believing Trump raped that Carol chick. That woman is AIDS and nobody would want that nasty hoe. She's crazy. In fact, you remember her interview after the first time she came out with it almost, 4 years ago now or something like that, whatever. She was talking to Anderson Cooper. He couldn't wait to get her off of the air because she thought rape was sexy. And think of the fantasies. She, put it this way, she fell in love with Trump. She's one of the, it sounds like she's one of those stalkers. Literally sounds like she's one of those stalkers because they found tweets that she had said that she absolutely loves The Apprentice. It was her favorite show. I think she fell in love with Trump and had this wishful thinking. And when she did actually approach him, if ever, he blew her off. He blew her off. He didn't want anything to do with that crazy bitch. Not to mention the fact that she now I was going to say, if that's the case, he dodged a bullet. Because look at what she's turned into. A gold digger. That's all she wanted, was his money. That's all she wanted, was his money. So, I guess all women are bimbos to this guy, Stephanopoulos. I never did like him. I remember him back in the Clinton era. He seemed like a skeezy little snake. And you can see that's what he is. A sick dog wouldn't rape Carol. Well, I was going to say maybe her sick cats will, because what did she call him? I forget what she called him. Greetings, you're on the air.
Oh, great. Hey, how you doing, Laura? Hey, how you doing?
I'm starting to recognize your voice, dude. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for calling. How are you?
Oh, I know, right? It's like, good Lord, most annoying voice on the planet. No, but glad to entreat you with it.
Oh, yours. Okay, I thought you were talking about me. I was going to say...
No, not yours.
What?
Yours is wonderful. Yeah, it's mine. You said I'm starting to recognize your voice. You told me. I said, well, good Lord. Well, but, man, I'm going to tell you what. I was watching, and I'm doing my best to watch as much as I can of your program as you're doing it live. I don't know, man. I don't know why the left, that people are just so. What's the agenda? Why are they trying to destroy our country? Why? What? What's the purpose?
Well, I don't know. I actually did come up with something because 451 Actual, he does his shows in the morning and everything like that. and he talks a lot about the finances that they're trying to do and the different things that they're trying to do with the electric currency and all that other stuff, and some of the rules that they're making that just basically are just shutting down businesses and creating a gap or a open space when it comes to taxable incomes and things like that. And the thing is that they were all asking, well, how come, this just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this to a business? Why would you just purposely do something to a business that would just shut it down? It's like, hey, man, they don't make sense. They just make rules.
There has to be a hidden agenda. Now, let's all snap out of it for a second and think about this.
Well, they all want us to be dependent on them.
What's the motive? Why are you trying to tear down America, and what are you trying to accomplish by all of this? What's the ultimatum? You know what I mean? What's the goal? Why are you doing this? And a lot of us are raising an eyebrow.
Oh, yeah.
And we're wondering this, and we are wisening up. And it's becoming obvious. And we're not tolerating it anymore.
Yep.
We're like,
tired of being lied to,
you know.
tired of being pushed around, tired of being controlled, tired of
Well,
being...
we see that... Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tired of being lied to. Mainly tired of being lied to. Because it's like, they promise you the absolute world, and then you sit here and pretty much you have nothing and nobody, and you sit in your own filth while they promise you the world and take everything you have.
Well, Laura, we sit and like all of your listeners, wonderful people, I'm sure, we have said, just good old Americans, we sit here and we're wondering, why would they do this? What's the objective? What's the motive? Why are you intentionally trying to destroy a country? And we are just aghast. We're sitting and witnessing this, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
We're like, what's the motive? What is the future goal? What are you trying to accomplish? The left. It's
Control.
Like, what?
Like I say, control.
I mean, I can understand control. Okay, fine, control.
They want us to be dependent on them because the minute we have to come to them, they can give or take away whatever they want.
But to destroy an entire country.
Well, they're evil too.
No, I see it as absolute evil, Laura. I mean, really. And that's just my opinion. I'm gonna say it, but I don't see it any other way. I see it as something that should not be happening. And
Lizzie, this is Mark Placker.
Oh yeah, good Lord.
They're Xing who this was. I thought she heard me earlier.
Mark Placker. Dave Sticklebaum. No, it's Mark Placker. No. Funny. But and a lot of people, I just say what's on my mind, or I'm speaking the truth on how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of respect and love for your show.
Thank
and
you.
What you do and your audience. And we just talk about the things. Loved your son's music, by the way, at the first.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yes. We're very proud of them.
Yes, indeed. I caught that. Yeah.
We're very proud of them. In fact, that was all by request. The Big Dick Energy Brigade liked their music so much they asked when they were going to do anything new. And so they got right to work.
That was great.
I'm glad.
That was great.
Well, make sure to check them out. They're on.
I will.
They're on Spotify and Apple Play and whatever that other one is. They're all over the place right now.
Well, Laura, it's like we, like me as a Trump supporter. Okay, I haven't caught much flack in my day-to-day life. I live in Southeast Texas. Well, you live in Texas too, don't you?
I do.
Somewhere around the neck of the woods. No, I kind of. I live in Southeast Texas. I live here towards Winnie, Beaumont, you know. And I've got, but I've never had any flack. But I've always stood up for, it's like, well, this is where I stand. And, you know, I do not understand the agenda of the left. I hate to even think about it. It's so weird. It's so.
It's definitely not based in a lot of reality for sure.
No, it's actually just. I mean, like I said, it makes you raise an eyebrow, and you're just like, what?
Pastor Shadley says,
What?
go to Aidston, Texas, and wear a MAGA hat. If you actually are looking for any kind of trouble, I mean, you're in an area where probably it's not a big deal. But you go into some of the big cities. Houston's real bad. In fact, they're getting ready. Sheila Jackson Lee didn't win.
I don't give a damn.
She didn't win mayor down there, so she's getting ready to.
Right.
She's getting ready to run for Congress again. Sheila Jackson Lee, one of the worst people on the planet.
You let someone try to snatch that off my head. I'm gonna tell you, that's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna tell you what, and I just got a new one. It's bright, shiny red. And I got a new Trump hat that that I wear. And I always wear my hats backwards, you know. That's kind of been my thing. I always wear my hats backwards.
Eptide says they want to go back to feudalism, lords and serfs. Yeah, they want the two classes. It's too hard to control people once they get a little taste of freedom and capitalism. I saw the same thing happen in China. In fact, that's the reason why they're running it like they're running it now. Back in '84, when I went, they had just started getting in businesses and companies in there. The Swedes and the Germans were actually building businesses and making the Chinese money and everything like that. They got a little taste of even the people out there got a little taste of capitalism. They would literally go and catch fish and sell them on the street.
Wow.
But like I say, it was really hard to take that away from them afterwards. That's the reason why they're doing what they're doing now with the scores and everything like that, the personal scores and stuff like that, because capitalism kind of ran away over there. They couldn't. It was hard for them to control it. Once people got a taste of being able to spend money and buy things that they wanted, they had trouble controlling them.
Once they got a taste of how it should be, it's a little addictive. It's like, okay, they can't go back to the bullshit. And but these people, God bless everyone, all across the world. It's not just America. It could be anywhere.
Yep.
Everyone deserves that. But you know what? I also have respect for other countries in this sense. And I will say this. Those countries have borders.
Yep.
I'm not about to cross that country's border and say, hey, I'm here. Give me money. Give me a job.
Well, a lot of these places have already shown you what they'll do if you cross their border.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There are legal ways. There are ports of entry. There are certain ways that you do things that, yes. So, and then Biden backtracking. First of all, he calls Lincoln. Come on.
No surprise there.
That is insulting.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Well, he's never been a very sensitive man. Look at what he did when the 13 men from Afghanistan that he botched came home. He looked at his freaking watch.
They just got it totally ignored.
Yep.
Totally ignored.
He looked at his fucking watch.
How horrible is that?
He's not a good man. He never has been a good man.
Before I let you go, I wanted to say, a lot of people feel sorry. Well, he's old. I'm like, well, a young asshole turns into an old asshole.
Yep. I don't think he's ever told the truth in his life. I don't think he's ever told the truth.
He's an old asshole.
Yep.
No, I don't care how senile he is or whatever. He's an old asshole. And it's like, an asshole is an asshole. So, well, there it is. And there you go. And to all your listeners, I mean, I know they love you. And I'm so sorry I hemmed you up so long on the phone. I'm so glad you said I started to recognize your voice. You had that little tone. It's like, but I look forward to talking to you, and I love talking to you.
Well, I appreciate you calling.
Oh, absolutely. And hey, the best to your son's music, and getting him more out there. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Don't forget, check them out. They're over there on Spotify. That's the easiest place to find them. Headspill, all one word.
Well, thank you, Laura, and thank your audience.
Thank you so much. You have a great night. God bless you.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
Good night. All right, shout out to Mark. Thank you for calling. Okay, now talking about these people, like I say, they're so scared. If they're not working on Trump, which he's won, and especially now that we know that Elon has actually met with Trump. This was something actually that went on supposedly in this interview. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm wondering if all of this wasn't just a ploy to get people to actually go to Don Lemon. But we have good old Don Lemon that's now going after Elon because they think now that he and Trump are good friends. They met down in Mar-a-Lago and everything like that. We'll see. We'll check out his Insta right after this interview, and then we'll check out. Let's see who did this. We'll check him out. Well, we'll check him out on CNN talking about this after Elon said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sign a contract with you, dude." Because he didn't change anything. He basically thought that he was going to be different. He got fired from CNN, thought he learned his lesson. Well, guess what? Can't teach an old dog new tricks, and leopards don't change their spots.
Elon Musk is mad at me, and I just put out a statement about what happened between him, me, and the interview that he is apparently so upset about. But make no mistake about this. This is going to be my first episode of the Don Lemon Show this coming Monday, March 18th, so make sure you tune in.
Is anybody going to watch it? I'm going to watch it just because I want to see what Elon says. Because he's talking about Elon like he got all upset and he's all pissed off and mad. But in the small amounts of things that they did show us on this thing, Elon was composed. He just basically let him know, hey man, I get criticized all the time. Do I look like I give a fuck? So yeah, let's go on.
This does not change anything about the show except for my relationship with Elon and X. And there's a whole lot that went down.
Which means Elon and X aren't going to pay him for his bullshit, essentially. He's not being censored. Elon just isn't going to agree to pay him anything. And I'll tell you why. I personally, after hearing some of this stuff, don't blame him.
And I'm going to tell you about in the coming days. I know, though, that many of you were not happy that I was doing this in the first place, and you told me so.
I could care less.
I just want you to know that I did this deal because not only do I believe in free speech, but I believed that this was the best possible chance for the work that I'm doing to reach the largest amount of people.
Of course it was. Twitter reaches the largest amount of people anywhere on any social media platform anyway. So, of course, that's a no-brainer, dude. Duh.
So speaking of free speech, right?
Greetings, you're on the air.
Hi. Hey, on the Elon thing, my husband gave me an interesting point when we spoke about it last night. He said, you know what the man tried to do? The man tried to get Elon to say things that would have either got his Twitter lost to him, got him thrown in jail, or he was playing games, and Elon wasn't going to have it. So, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, he was the same CNN hack that he was before. And I don't know if you watched any of the previews of this, but the first thing he did was accuse Elon of taking drugs. Then he tried to shame him about the ketamine situation. Because I think Elon has Asperger's or something like that. And
right.
Elon I was going to say, Lemon, I think, is also a shill for the big pharma. So instead of taking the ketamine or something that actually, experimenting with something that actually might help people with mental problems or anything like that, he just, he said he thought it might help somebody else. But of course, Lemon took it like, oh, this is a horrible drug and shame on you for pushing that and everything like that. And he says, hey, I mentioned it because it helps me and I thought it might help other people that have my situation. This is, they're trying to make Elon out to be some kind of, again, a monster. And again, if you notice, this is exactly right after he supposedly met with Trump down at Mar-a-Lago. So now that they're best friends, they're trying real hard to get Elon not to support Trump or whatever, or to endorse him or whatever.
It's not going to happen. Elon's going to do whatever the heck Elon wants to do.
And
he's got I don't give a fuck money just like Trump does.
Right. Yeah. Right? Well, he also I get the feeling that even though if he didn't have the money, he would be he doesn't care what other people think.
He's got Asperger's. He's autistic.
Yeah.
If you ever noticed, he really, really struggles to, and I'm struggling myself, to put his thoughts into words because they're moving so quickly.
Right.
He's a genius. The man's a genius. I don't know. He's got like 197 some stupid IQ. I don't know.
He's kind of a savant, like Rain Man was.
Right. Right. And you have, your own areas of expertise, and this is where he fell into business.
Yeah, well,
and he wasn't having none of Don Lemon monkey business. Okay.
Right. Mm-mm. Well, like I say, he gave the man a chance. Gave him a chance to make money at this and everything like that. And the first thing he did was bash him, try to make him look bad, try to bring him down from. It's almost like as if he was trying to bring him down from the inside, like he was trying to infiltrate. And then once he gets in there real good, he'll try and push him down or whatever like that. But yeah, Elon's like, nah, I'm not having it. In fact, it kind of surprised me in a way, and this is how I looked at it. One of the dumbest people in media tried to go against one of the absolute smartest people in media, thinking he was going to beat him. No.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing with the Tucker Carlson and Cuomo. I went, okay, Tucker, you're going to talk to Cuomo? And I watched a little bit of the first part of it, and I just couldn't watch it anymore because I can't stand Chris Cuomo's voice. I can't stand it. There's some people you just, like Jen Psaki, I can't stand to listen to that hoe. I just can't.
Well, I think it has something to do with the fact that I have problems with listening with a lot of these people, but I do it because of, the show and everything. But I think I have a lot of problem with it because I know they're lying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's part of my issue as well.
I have zero trust in these people. I have zero confidence that anything that they say comes out of their mouth is true at all.
So why am I wasting my time even listening? And that's where I'm at with things right now.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it because I'm not doing a show like you and Salty and other people, so I got better things to do with my time.
Well, the unfortunate part is there's a lot of people that actually believe them. So I listen to them to know how to respond to their minions, I guess you could say, or whatever sometimes.
Sure.
So.
Sure.
And if I didn't know that they were lying, I wouldn't know that the people that follow them were lying either. So it might,
I'm just so tired of hearing lies. My ears are just, my ears are just burning with the lies. All right, so here's not a lie. I'm going to give a couple proper things before I hang up here.
Okay.
Or I'm going to be mad at myself. The Church of Latter-day Saints. So it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Shop online. You can get the number 10 cans of freeze-dried food. Excuse me. It's the cheapest and best out there. I highly recommend the enriched macaroni, which is $38 for 3 number 10 cans, which is about 12 or 15 pounds of macaroni.
Wow.
But it's got so many vitamins. Yeah. And it's in the number 10 can, so it's good for 30 years. Just keep it dry, keep it cool.
Where is it made? I don't trust pasta from the United States, believe it or not.
You would have to ask the Latter-day Saints. I'm pretty sure it's made here because they package it here.
Okay.
And they have carrots as well that are like almost 3 pound. I think they're about 3 pound cans. And again, a case of 10 number 10 cans is $56 or $57, and they have the highest vitamin C and vitamins in them than anybody on the internet. Anybody.
Okay.
Best out there. No preservatives. All it is frickin' carrots. So, one other place that I would highly recommend is Essential EE, Emergency Essentials. Right now they have a sale on their number 10 cans of egg noodles. You can go in and get a 6-pack bundle of number 10 cans egg noodles, and I think here, let me see if I can see. I did have that surgery, but I am seeing better. I'm not quite so blind. I'm not blind. Look at that. Each number 10 can is a pound and a half, and you can get 6 cans for $41.99 plus $9.99 shipping. But they have other things as well. But if you want to put some egg noodles back for the end of the world, those are also good for 30 years. So anyhow, that's kind of what I've been doing. Yeah, that's all I've been able to do. Surgeries went well, and I'm on the mend, and I can almost see now. I don't always have to type into caps now. Maybe.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. I love you all. Hey, take care, and everybody keep your head in a swivel. It's crazy out there.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Indeed, especially in the cities. Like I say, you mentioned earlier, haven't heard anything from Hallie. I've been thinking about her myself lately too. Hadn't heard anything from her, not even on the thing. I'm hoping that she's all right.
Right. She's been in my prayers for the last couple of months because I haven't seen her in a couple of months on YouTube.
Well, I'm off on Saturday, so I'm going to try to remember to watch ABL this Saturday evening, see if she actually gets on there.
Okay.
Sometimes I know that's where I met her on Anthony Brian Logan's live feed.
Okay, right on. Well, that sounds wonderful. And if you do, tell her that our thoughts and our prayers are with her, and
you bet.
She can get the hell out of the city. All right, Laura. I love you guys.
All right. Much love to you. Thanks for calling.
All right. Bye.
Have a great night. God bless.
You too.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where is he? I thought the first person interview.
Elon Musk.
No brainer. Elon Musk. Of course, no brainer. Elon Musk. Like I say, he has the biggest platform in the world right now. In fact, they mentioned something about that he has. Is it 20 billion? 20 billion around the world. Followers or whatever like that on the platform itself. So yeah, you got it right there, Dawn. You definitely, if you get on X or Twitter, you're gonna have one of the biggest audiences, or the propensity or potential for one of the biggest audience. So yeah, no brainer. You're not saying anything that we don't know here. And of course, he is a free speech bastion, but he's not an idiot. Okay, and like I say, it was almost as though the way that he's talking and the way that he's thinking and all this other stuff, it was almost as though he was trying to infiltrate X so that he could take Elon down from the inside. And, somebody offers you a whole bunch of money. The first thing you're going to do is start insulting them and start talking about hate speech and start trying to tell him how to run his business. Because that was basically seemed like what he was after. Oh, don't you think it's your responsibility to make sure that there's no hate speech on your platform? Oh, in other words, don't you think it's your responsibility to censor people that aren't me? Basically is what he's asking, as far as that goes. All right, so let's see what he complains about to CNN. This is the channel that shit-canned him. Fired his ass. And he couldn't wait to crawl back to them. That's something else that tells me this man has zero integrity, and which it wouldn't put it past him to have tried to infiltrate X and make bring Elon down and make Elon pay for the pleasure. These guys have a lot of fucking nerve, I can tell you that much. And of course, you watch him talking to this young lady, which that's one of the reasons he got fired off of CNN, because he didn't get along with the ladies that they demoted him to in the morning show. So they finally got rid of him because he called Nikki Haley out of touch, or past it, or beyond it, or whatever. Over the hill. Like he's such a spring frickin' chicken. All right, Don Lemon speaks out after Elon cancels deal.
Don Lemon, quote, contract is canceled, end quote. Now in a moment, I'm going to speak exclusively with Don Lemon, and he has clips of the nearly hour-and-a-half interview with Musk. Clips like this one that we received from Don's production team.
Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
Yeah, actually, he was doing this out of the kindness of his heart. He saw a possible deal that he could be able to make. They were working on it, and this seemed like the way that Elon would know one way or another whether it was going to be a good deal, and he wasn't wrong.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble, or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
We're going to have more clips from Lemon's interview with Musk in a moment. In a statement earlier today, Lemon writes in part, quote, there were no restrictions on the interview that he willingly agreed to. We had a good conversation.
Yeah, according to you. Actually, if you look at him right here, I don't know if you can see him. Oh, you can't really see him. Let's see. There. If you look at him right here, if you can see right around his mouth area, he smokes. He's got those smoker's wrinkles around his mouth. So, yeah, Mr. Lemon's not aging very well either, from what I can see on there. Not that that's a problem. The best of friends over a business talk, that's called an associate. Yeah, there are no friends in business, if you know that. Somebody said something about he's going to be on the street corner soon. In 10 years, blowjobs on the corner, Donnie. It looks like that's what he's been doing now. But yeah, that's smoker's wrinkles around his mouth right there. Let's see if I can find another clip of him talking to... Well, he complains. He whines to this woman.
Congressional...
Nah.
Elon Musk tells Don the interview that he willingly agreed to. Now, CNN reached out to X for their comment. And their response is... quote, we reserve the right to make decisions about our business partnerships. And after careful consideration, X decided not to enter into a commercial partnership with the show. Now,
which is completely within his rights. Completely within his rights. It's his business.
Billion daily active users. 250 million people on this planet resolve it. It is the town square.
250 million people
Joining me
use it.
exclusively
Okay,
out front is Don Lemon. So Don, you do this 90-minute long interview with Musk. You sit down with him. This is the culmination. He had actively courted you to come on one of his tweets. Have you considered doing a show on this platform? Maybe worth a try. Audience is much bigger. It had been public. Then you had reached a deal. I'll talk about that later. Then he texts 24 hours after this 90-minute long interview, which is the first of your show launching. He says, contract is canceled. What happened?
First of all, it's good to see you, Aaron. Thank you for having me on. That's a good question for Elon Musk. Quite frankly, what happened? I don't know. As I said in my statement, I felt really good about the interview.
Of course you did. You were getting ready to make a whole bunch of money and get a whole new audience. People that never watched you before and probably would never watch you again. One of the reasons why you got canned off of CNN is because your ratings were terrible. So you basically just bit the hand that was going to feed you, dude, the way I'm looking at it.
I said to him as we were doing the interview, and it was tense at moments, but you've been involved in tense interviews.
Yep.
I said to him, I think it's good that people see folks like you and I who have different worldviews come together and talk, as he says, have free speech. Free speech is only important when someone you don't like, or I would say someone who doesn't have your same point of view, or someone is, if they're allowed to speak freely.
But the first question he asked Elon Musk was, don't you think you should be censoring people that I don't agree with? So, yeah, he's a little... The double speak comes out in this one quite... He's very strong in this one.
And to say their point of view. Apparently that does...
No, you don't see their point of view. Like I say, the first thing you did was try to tell him how he should be running his business and how he should be censoring people that are anti-Semitic or have all these things. I want to hear from these people. I need to know who to stay away from. You shut these people down, they're going to surprise the shit out of you. You don't want that. You don't want that. Not to mention the fact that you start hanging out with these people and then all of a sudden you find out this stuff about them and then you're indicated in it too. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. That's why we have freedom of speech. Not only is it so that you can communicate with people properly, but you can also know who you want to screw with and who you don't. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep these people quiet, then all of a sudden this stuff comes out, you're indicated as well. You don't, nah. I've got to know what these people think so that I can make my own judgment on whether or not I want to hang with them or not. That is one of the most important things about freedom of speech to me. Not to mention the fact that if you do have differences, there's no way you can work them out if you don't talk them out. All right? Otherwise, you know what happens usually. Somebody gets angry, the ideas go through their heads, and then somebody gets hurt. And Don doesn't want that, does he, Mr. Lemonhead?
Does it matter to Elon Musk? It's just for maybe talking points for him or rhetoric?
See, now you're just putting words in his mouth now. You don't know nothing. But I'm glad, because in a kind of sort of way, if you watch him talking on here, he's squirming. Elon Musk's keeping his mouth shut about this. He just said, I'm just not going to deal with you anymore. He didn't give a big, long explanation, and he's squirming now. He's squirming. Good.
Because it doesn't seem to matter when it's about him, questions about him from people like me.
All right, so when you said that, I wanted to play some of the clips because some of them are illuminating. These are clips that you shared with us. This is a part of the conversation with Musk where you ask him about hate speech.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Hate speech on the platform is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats?
I don't have to answer these questions.
The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
Yeah, he doesn't have to answer these questions. That's why I say, you see Don Lemon now, he's squirming. He's squirming because Elon hasn't explained himself. He's just said, but this is why. Because the first thing he did was pretty much start telling him how to run his business. Oh, you're going to let me in? You're going to pay me for the pleasure? And now I can get in here and start telling you how to run things. If they disagree with me or if they're hateful in my opinion, I'm going to demand that you cut them off. I don't see people like Elon paying money for their own demise. Do you? Because this is what would have happened. This is what would have happened. In fact, there's uproar now about some new rule that went in on X with regard to misgendering or whatever. But it's supposedly something that came out of France or whatever like that. Elon pretty much waived that too for some reason. But some people, like Tim Pool, is like he cut his advertisements right off when he brought that back up again. So
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
illuminating.
Which is true. If you're in business and you're doing your own thing, you gotta have the hide of an alligator. It's one of the first things that I was told when I was starting on stage. There's going to be people that love you. There's going to be people that hate you. Either way, you have to remain neutral and just do you. And of course, you know, everybody else's opinion doesn't really matter. The only one that really matters is the man upstairs. So he doesn't want you to worry about what everybody else thinks. He wants you to worry about what he thinks, and that's the way it should be. But, you know, something to talk about. And, of course, you got this guy. He's boo-hooing to CNN, the place that actually canned him in the first place. It's almost like going back to an abusive partner or a abusive parent or something like that. And, of course, you saw how they hugged him to their bosom. Oh, poor you. Elon Musk doesn't want to pay for your bullshit. Like I say, he's complaining that he's being censored, but he's actually not. The show's still going to show up on there. The only difference is he's not going to have any contracts with the owners of X in order to pay him. And like I say, I can't say as I blame Elon Musk for this one, especially even just after the little bit that, because he was on him, little instead of talking about world, you know, problems or anything like that. He basically was personally attacking Elon Musk. I was like, dude, you're writing a contract with me and you want me to shovel out a whole bunch of money, but you're going to sit there and badger me and try to make me look bad too? I don't think I'll pay for that pleasure. Thank you, but no thank you. So, once again, Don Lemon's getting what he asked for. Like I say, these people they keep saying, screaming and yelling that we're the problem, that we are making them look like fools. They don't need our help. They don't need our help. All right, so as I say, if I got the idea, I was going to hire somebody, and then immediately that person started bashing me or bad mouthing me or trying to ruin my business from within, out the door you go. Not to mention the fact that Don, last thing on this is you're just another person. We owe you absolutely nothing. And that's pretty much what you're going to get from me. And Elon too, evidently. Anyway, like I say, I don't know how many people are going to watch this interview with him on X, but I want to watch it just to see Elon hand him his ass. I may review it or whatever like that. We'll see what happens. It's happening on Monday. I don't plan that far in advance for anything. But it's like I told Limited Access earlier, the stupidest piece he's been called by many people the stupidest person in media. So one of the stupidest people in media went against one of the smartest people in media and expected to win in a wits and business battle. I have one noise for you. That's what happened. All right, we got a few more minutes. I was gonna say, I think one of the reasons, I had some actual examples as to why they're scared. Also, too, this was one of them. You can tell that the propaganda is strong with these people, but I think this is one of the reasons why they're running scared. Well, they've got a lot of reasons, but this is one.
Biden has vision, he has knowledge, he has a strategic thinker. This is a very sharp president.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
President Biden is strong. He exercises. He rides his bike. He's sharp mentally.
He's pretty sharp. And he's got a very good grasp of the issues.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
I guess I should clear my mind here a little bit and not say what I'm really thinking.
Joe Biden has vision.
Actually, if you watch the body language on all these people that were talking about how much vision and how much clarity and sense he has, the body language, they're not trying to convince us. Who are you trying to convince? It's like they're trying to convince themselves, oh, he is just so powerful and just so great. He's got balls on his chin, for crying out loud. and he can ride a bike. Big deal. I've seen monkeys and bears ride bikes. And of course, who is running for president? We're basically guaranteed a rematch here. We got Trump is running for the Republicans. We got Democrats, Biden, Williamson, and Palmer still. Have these people not? Although this is a March 12th, today's the 14th. Pi Day. Independent and third party, Kennedy, West, and Stein. They're trying to make a big deal out of Kennedy and everything like that. I think that so that they can possibly hold him back some more but they're claiming now they're worried about him because they've actually found out that he's taken votes from Biden. They were screaming about, oh, he's going to take votes from Trump, he's going to be good for Biden. Well, that hasn't proven to be the case. Another reason why I think they're scared is because you got people like this now that ain't having it. Good old Marjorie Taylor Greene. Come on, play. It was playing a second ago. Oh, everything reset. I saw that black flash. Here we go.
Be on that list. Conspiracy theorist.
Well, let me tell you, you're a conspiracy theorist, and the left and the media spreads more conspiracy theories. We like the truth. We like supporting our Constitution, our freedoms, and America first. So,
what about Jewish space lasers? Tell us about Jewish space lasers.
No, why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers? And really, why don't you fuck off? How about that?
Thanks. Thank you very much. Trump is closer to.
So I say they're not engaging with this crap anymore. So, you know, who's the winners when it comes to that? Who's the losers? All right. A couple of fun things. Actually, I want to know, do you guys think that this is for real? Now, my cat makes all kinds of wild noises. In fact, it even sounds like he calls my name sometimes, especially when it's time to hack up a hairball. But supposedly this cat from China can actually sing along with his master. Check this out.
He sings, but also has incredible vocal skills. This rare cat not only sings,
what do you
but
guys
also
think
has
about that? You think that cat? You think that's for real, or you think that was AI'd or whatever they call it? Just FYI, predates Salt King. Okay. Imagine Trump picking Kennedy for BP. Now that would shove a buck up their asses. Yeah, it would. But don't forget, Kennedy, he's not the best guy in the world either. Of course, nobody's perfect, but what can you say? So what do you think about the kitty, that's the singing kitty? That's pretty cool. Fire the Jew laser. All my stuff reset. I gotta refresh. The only ones that
Hey, so check this out.
do-
These mystery boxes normally.
It's supposed to be silent. Oh well. All right. So a singing kitty. You guys think that's for real? It sounds a little bit manipulated, but at the same time, I can't tell. And like I say, my cat makes all kinds of wild noises too. It actually sounds like he calls me sometimes. All right. Let's see. A lot of my funnies were animals. In fact, you guys will love this one. Let's see if it plays. Hopefully. Like I say, a lot of my funny videos today were animal videos, but what can I say? Here we go.
Ooh, good strumming.
I love it.
Ooh, good strumming.
Love it when people make music out of funny things. All right. One last thing that's really, really funny for you Muppets fans out there. In fact, I'm hoping that I don't cry laugh at this one again because it is hilarious. Flatulence always is. Little Kermit the Frog for you. You've been waiting forever to do that. That's hilarious. Good old Kermit the Frog. We finally take your hand out of his ass. He's been holding that for years. All right, you guys. I always like to end the night with a little bit of Marmari. This is how do we know? How will we know that God is coming from the Revelation? He always has a good message. I love Marmari. He's my favorite so far.
Lord wants to punish. You're not going to be ready for the Lord. The only time we're ready when he comes with his mercy, with his grace, and gives us so many signs, because he is not coming to punish. When he's coming with mercy, he's coming to deliver, to save, to redeem. That's why he will give you so many signs to alert you to them, to get you ready and prepared for his coming. But when he's coming to avenge those who have gone against him, he's not going to give him any signs. He's not coming with his mercy. He's coming with his wrath. And this is what's going to happen. And who can be ready and prepared for God's wrath? No one. God is the source of wisdom, the sovereign authority over all. He will come and strike before we even blink our eyes. The Lord wants to punish.
Okay. Team Christ. Hashtag Team Christ. All right, you guys. That's about it for me tonight. It went by faster than I thought it would. There were a few other things that I could have shown you there, but there's many examples of why that they're running scared. You just can't listen to them. Listen to them, but take them with a grain of salt and know where they're coming from, because they're going to attack on every level. In fact, it's like when Mark called earlier and said he doesn't have a lot of problems with wearing the Trump hat. Well, he's in an area that he doesn't have to worry about that. But if you go into one of the big cities or something like that, that's where they've got the most conglomeration of people, and that seems to be the most hive-minded areas right now, because they're not getting any other anything to compare any of these things with and everything like that, and they're being told that people that wear red hats are the devil at this point. So watch your back, keep your head on a swivel, and just keep trusting God. It's all in his hands anyway. He knows what's going to happen, and he's there for you. He'll never leave your side if you let him in. All right, don't forget to support the channel, especially since I'm working on yet another show for you guys. I'll let you know what that's about soon. I'm working on it. All my links are below, so click on some of them, will ya? Also, go click around on pureblood.tv, the interactive stream guide, and check out all the folks there, including myself. Be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky Show on Odysee and Rumble next. I appreciate all of you folks. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments, the calls, the shares, the up-toots, the support. I know that you guys could be spending time with over 1 million other streamers right now, but I'm so honored that you're here with little old me. So thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. God bless you and God bless America. I wish you peace, love, health, and music always. And until next time, AMF!